Working more than 8 hours will make you, it'll drain your energy. Working 8 hours will drain your energy. Working versus working on your passion are two different things. When you work on your passion, you're actually passionate about it. And sure, that may be tiring, but it doesn't completely drain your energy, as where working at a job that you do not care about, that you don't like, that you do not want to go to every day, and you dread going to work every morning you wake up, that job will take your soul. It will kill your soul. And you don't want that, do you? And you're going to ask, how do I get out? The problem is most people can't get out because they don't have any skills to get a better job that they actually like. Then you're going to ask, well, why not just get a better job? Because then you have to learn the skill. So why not learn the skill? You can't learn the skill because you're lazy, or you're just very, very burnt out and you can't actually do anything because your willpower is diminished. Like if I were to put you in prison, your willpower would diminish for social charisma or social morals. It doesn't matter. You'll diminish completely. The only thing that you would want to do in prison is get buff, fuck men or women, and eat. That's it, and just stay alive. If I were to put you in a really bad environment, you would become depressed. If you got no sunlight, if you live a life that doesn't give you energy, like staying in your room all day and not getting any sunlight, playing Xbox for like 12 hours a day, then of course you're going to drain your energy. You have to get out there. You have to, exercise. You have to look at the sun. Don't directly look at the sun, but look at the sun. You have to actually get out there and live. Because if you're not living, then you're dead. It's really important too that you don't overwork yourself. And I know that I was talking on here about how you can get ahead and work two jobs, and oh, that's great, you get the money, but once you get like 10K, 20K saved up and then 10K in the stock market, don't work two jobs. Don't work two jobs, jobs that you do not care about, for the rest of your life, only to have nothing to show for it. I only worked two jobs so I could get enough money so I wouldn't have to struggle paycheck to paycheck over and over and over again. That's sometimes you just need to bite the bullet and work. Just work. Work a dead end job. Work a job that you hate. Burn out sometimes. But don't burn out completely to where the candle doesn't reignite. You need to understand that, most of the time you'll come back and you won't have as much damage to your brain as, brain rotters or whatever you want to call them. But I'm trying to tell you right now, if you work a job that you hate and you work more than like 40 hours, that's including breaks and like travel time, commute times, and they don't pay for that even. Um, that is that's gonna kill you. That's gonna slowly kill you. I know you don't like that job that you work. The 9 to 5 is actually killing your soul, is actually killing your creativity. That's why if you work a 9 to 5, you have to pick one that the people there will let you screw around because they know that a 9 to 5 is just a job. A lot of people are doing that nowadays. Even the bosses, like, hey, I guess we're just gonna screw around now because I'm not getting what I want. The pay sucks. The bonuses suck. The retirement plans suck. The work sucks. The customers suck. Everything sucks. The management sucks. Hey, you guys want to screw around? Screw around. Just get your bare minimum job done. That's it. And then boom, everything's good. And then you can work that 40-hour work week, and you can also play at work. You can ask you can ask for a raise and get more money, and they'll actually give it to you. That's how easy it is to get a raise. Anyways, my point being, working a job that you really hate and you don't actually want to work, and you actually force yourself to work that. It's like physically hurting yourself when you don't actually want to do that. That's how it is. And you get used to it, and that's why a lot of people are like, "No, it's okay. Oh, sex today? Oh, next week? Okay." That's just how it is. It's how life is. You somewhat settle, or you become delusional, and people just keep doing the thing that they hate, and it's not good. Now, a job is something that everybody needs. You have to have a job, unless you're like the one percenters that are really smart and know how to, network themselves and make like $10,000 a month selling or flipping cardboard or something like that. Then you're gonna have to have a job, and you might as well have a job that you actually like and are interested in, just a little bit. But once you get that job and become like, you settle in, you become a bit complacent. That's actually good to have. That's a job that you actually want, because then you can have a certain time frame. Okay, this is my time from 4 a.m. all the way to 12 is when I work, and then after that I have whatever I want to do. After that, I can do for the next 8 hours. Say you want to start making videos, you can do that. Say you want to start working out, you can do that. Don't get a job where they're just like, "Oh, we need you to come in on Saturday." But I thought I was off Saturday. No, 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 no. You're full time. Full time means anytime. You have to say yes. You have to tell the managers to schedule whenever. You can't be free. You work for us. Don't get a job like that. Get a job where you can actually set a schedule that you like. And you're gonna say, okay, part time is good. Then you can set your schedule. Part time is great. Part time is great. Don't even worry about a full time job. Part time is great. The only problem is you don't actually get a lot of hours these days for most jobs. They'll only give you about 12 to 25 hours a week, which to me is not that great. I would aim for, if I were part time, maybe like 30 hours a week. But yeah, my point here is, I wouldn't work a job that you really, really hate. If it's bearable and you kind of like it just a little bit, but then some days it's wishy washy, but other days okay, it's acceptable. Then I would work that job if it pays good, like decent. But if it doesn't, I would just go find another job. There are tons of decent jobs now. A lot of people don't want to leave their job because they have coworkers there that they actually like, and I understand that, but they're gonna be gone too. They're already looking for a new job. You're not gonna know them in like 7 years. I mean, sometimes, like, in like rare scenarios or rare cases, you will actually know that person for the rest of your life. But if you if they really do like you and they want to be your friend or they want to be your acquaintance or they want to be your lover or whatever, they'll give you their number and you guys will just hang out regularly because you guys bond so much. If it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. There are tons of people out in the world that you can bond with. That being said, like I just said, back to my previous point, if you have a job that you're comfortable in, then you can take advantage of it and quiet quit, which is basically not working that hard at your job. Do the basic, bare minimum job, get out, and then work on your passion. That's pretty much how you're going to have to do it nowadays because you can't quit your job. Because most people can be like, oh yeah, I'm going to quit because Alex or Ramsey or because Andrew Tate told me to quit because this guy told me to quit. All those guys, they failed so many times and they kept on failing. And then they finally succeeded. And they probably got into debt a lot. And you don't want to do that. That is not because we're the type of people to get into debt and stay in debt forever. Those are rare cases. You don't want to actually go in all, or you don't actually want to go. You don't want to have, you want a safety net is what I'm trying to say. If you don't have a safety net, then you're going to fall and die. You're not lucky like them. I am not lucky like them. I don't have good luck. I need to increase my skills. Luck, for some reason, luck carries in some people's lives, while others it drops. It drops off like a pie chart on Christmas Eve. For Hanukkah, people, I don't know what I'm saying, but what I'm trying to say is, you're not lucky. Keep your full-time job as long as it's comfortable. If it's comfortable, you like it, keep it for a bit, work on your passion. And I know it's going to be a bit tough, but you can't quit your job until your passion actually takes off. Sometimes it never will. That's why you have the job. And a lot of people are already burnt out. If you quit your job, you will get so much clarity back. You will feel a lot better. Unless your life or home situation is terrible, then it's not going to get better. But if it is, and you quit your job that you hate, you're going to feel a lot better. Jobs literally kill your soul, literally kill your confidence. They literally manipulate you into keeping the job. For instance, my job gives me PTO, paid vacation, basically, paid time off. And if there's a allotment, which means that they give you the hours for free, but you have to stay with them all year. So if you use up the allotment hours versus accumulated, allotment just means that they're lending you the hours until the end of the year and then you get to pay it off. So if you go part-time in that time frame and you used all of those allotment hours, you're going to have to pay it back. And nobody wants to do that. So they stay full-time forever and they never go part-time and never quit their jobs because they know that they're going to have to pay back $3,000 in paid vacation. And like I said, full-time jobs aren't bad, but they do manipulate you. They treat you really bad. You need to look out for yourself. If you don't, you're going to get brain rot. You're going to get burnt out. Do not work like how we used to work 20, 30 years ago, 10 years ago. That is different. There's no longer as many pension plans for retail workers, for warehouse associates, for any low class jobs, entry level jobs anymore. That's why it's really important to not give a fuck about what others think, what your manager thinks. Managers are just like you, and you could also be a manager if you wanted to, but just imagine how garbage you would be when you start out as a manager. And you're thinking, oh, I want to be a garbage manager. Trust me, you would. Being a manager is like signing your life away. You have to give so much. And then people are like, "Oh, why are you so lazy? Why is he so lazy? Why is that manager so lazy?" It's like, he's the manager. Leave him the fuck alone. And then he'll probably leave you alone. And if he doesn't leave you alone, tell him to fuck off. They don't leave you alone, you don't leave them alone. It's like, oh my goodness. And then you have work drama, and then your work sucks. The more quiet you are at work, the better, to me. Just me personally. If you become social, if you have like one or two acquaintances that you're really good with, that's great. If you become like a social butterfly over at work, you're gonna fuck yourself over because you don't actually know who to trust, because you're spreading out you're spreading the love, whatever you want to call it. You're spreading the friendship too wide. You can only have one or two. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to talk about that, about how work kind of kills your motivation and all that. My recommendation is I would just work a part-time job just to like pay the bills, and then work on your passion, because life is too short to be miserable. Life is too short to not do the things that you want to do. Imagine looking back on life and thinking to yourself, man, I really fucked up. Man, I really wish I'd done something different. And then imagine you saying, look at all this stuff I did, and I'm proud of myself for sticking to it. I'm proud of myself for, working while I was young, and then having a lot of money while I was mid age, and then now I'm old and I have like I'm really rich now, or financially free, and I can travel and do whatever I want, and I balance my life. Because imagine giving 10 years of your life to a job. Most people work 8-10 hours, and the other 10 is gone just by sleeping, or sleeping and watching TV, not even working out or anything. So my final words to you in this video would be: work 8 hours, sleep 8 hours, and do whatever you can in your free time for 8 hours. Do not let work take over your life. Work always pushes into the other two categories. Oh, you have to work 10 hours. Oh, you only got 6 hours of sleep because you got to wake up for work. Oh, your free time's cut because you got to stay later for work. Oh, you're going to have sex today? Oh, your boss just called you. Sex next week. It's not good. That's why you should only work 7-8 hours. As soon as you get off, don't even take your breaks. Your breaks are such a waste of time. You'd be like, oh, but they're good for mental health. They're good for mental health. And take a 15 fucking minute break. Paid. Do not take an hour break. You're wasting your life. That's 5 hours a week if you have a full-time job. And you're like, oh, I'm an office worker. Man, you don't go do fucking shit. I mean, you probably do, but like, you could screw around if you wanted to. Most office workers do. Based on what I've been told, most office workers don't even give a fuck. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.